It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
What down? 180. Check 59. Hey, that QB's traps. Let's go.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 25-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's make these big. Hey, 734. Mike's 59. Get set. 59. That's it.
Now Kron. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
93. Hey, exit. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Football's the Mike. Mike's football. Let's go, defense.
Carr now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes going up. That's caught inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Williams looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Here's Barber. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
56. Focus, defense, focus. 56 to Mark.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Tahir Whitehead able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, where will they spot it? At the 35-yard line, so great field position coming up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Express.
On 2nd and 12, Carr is going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
It's a party now. '56 the mic. 56 is the express. Get down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
You better be afraid of me. Ain't no way. Afraid of me. Kill. Hey, orbit. 56 the mic.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pickup there, a 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Barber on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. Hey, ripple in. Check. Lucky.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Peyton Barber with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to let this go for the end zone. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Yellow.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Mike Yellow. I'm going on, 80. Watch me drop. 43. 43. 50. Yellow. 59. Check.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Check 50.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll try and run here with Barber. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Yellow, go on, get ready, get ready, get ready. Watch out, watch out. Hey, Fenty.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, let's get that ball. Raider 1. Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the run, watch the 618. Mike, check, 59, 59.
Throwing now is Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Again, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
7:34. Hey, wahoo! Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 59.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to take a shot, and that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
59, Mike, 59. Hey, Charlie. 59. Watch the pass. Mike's
now after the INT, it's Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Check, 59. Exit. Express. Go now. 29. Check 59, Mike is
back to the air on second down. It's Kron. He's got Smith here. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Mike spot 9. 694. Come on, boy. Buzz. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Shotgun now for Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's got daylight. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Don't pull this way.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Hey, 57. It's just me and you. Kill. Yellow. Mike spot 9. Delta. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. First and 5.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
93. 56. Go. Check 56. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 56, Mike.
Here's Kron. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On third down, Kron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 57 colors. He's checking.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
It's Hill, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Yellow. There's a line, right? 54. Mike, 54. Watch the run. Check your hot read. 15. Mike's 5-4. Down blue.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. James Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, zoom. There you go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slant.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you? Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, A well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Easy, kill. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. We got double up.
On 2nd and 9, Carr, he's airing it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. Crosby with the extra point, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 2nd down at 4, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Hey, high 7.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Pass complete. Carr to Brown. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
59. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 808. 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Bravo.
I got one. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
Throwing his car on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Check 9. Check 3.
49, check 49.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Watch the screen.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the screen. Mike, check. 59.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Mike's 59.
After the sack on first down, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Cut.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, 57, 57.
Watch it.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Hey, Ridley. Easy.
I 7, let's go.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's got this down to the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted. And they did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Vontaze Burfict and the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. And we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. But now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Raiders on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
7:34.
Check 59, Mike.
From the gun, it's Carr. And now another one thrown incomplete. Nate Hairston there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Carr going to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Frank Clark. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
15.
Stop your whining. Right there. Scene 6. 54.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mahomes going to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
59, Mike, 59.
Hey, seam 6.
It's going to be a long...
Throwing again. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
59.
And we got to get 694.
To the ball. Let's keep moving.
Converge.
Check 26. Check 26.
Smooth.
Check 59. 59.
Watch twist.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. Now a desperate, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Oakland, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.